What's cracking, everybody? How's it going? You've probably heard by now that New World has ceased to create content for the game anymore. It is now officially dead. What does that mean? Well, apparently it means that the game's live for maybe potentially one more year before the servers end. But the end of the content is probably the final nail in the coffin. Now, I've played New World since the beta. I absolutely love it. I think it has the best PvP combat of any other MMO. I can't stand the tab targeting stuff that you get in World of Warcraft and, you know, games like that. It's just, I mean, I did play WoW, but New World's combat just far exceeds it. The skill level, the stamina management, and the aim on it is just, you know, a million times better. With that being said, I've said this since day one. They don't look after their game properly. They have no idea who their player base is. And I think this just stands to reason that I'm correct about it, because they have the most successful expansion update ever. They get a massive player peak and, you know, numbers are up. And they're like, hey, let's just get rid of it. And it could be a stunt, you know, I don't know. It could be a stunt and they're just doing it to... Maybe they want to sell. Maybe they want to make up losses. I heard they got sued or something. I haven't researched too much about it, but at the end of the day, they never listen to their community, and that's their biggest problem. They keep saying, "Oh, I don't know the player base." Well, that's because you're probably using robots to discover what that is. If you actually dive deep into New World, it is a deeply community-driven game. I've made friends, I've made enemies, I've been in companies left and right, and, you know, doing content together, PvPing solo, it's what it's all about. And for that to work, for people to want to come together, you're going to need the content that draws them in, right? So what is that? It's new maps, new PvP maps. It's PvE content, and they delivered on it. I mean, for, you know, the Gorgon raid, I did that. I've got the new Nighthaven raid. Haven't done that yet, but they're stepping stones to get, you know, higher quality gear for a better PvP experience. I think the gear change and direction that they went with is really good, personally. I like the option of having offensive and defensive perks with, you know, these random infixes and stuff. I think it's cool. However, the ability and the method in which you obtain them is very droll. It's boring. You sit at a mob and you kill it a million times until you get what you want. And this can take you hours and hours and hours and hours. And, you know, it's just not a fun gameplay loop in that sense. I think they were better off making a currency that you could receive from certain mob types that you could then spend, and maybe you could pick X amount of you know, perk slots or options depending on the difficulty of the content. But overall, I think the method in which you get the gear is not the go. Like even the raid gear, with how everything has been changed, isn't a viable option in how you get it. But anyway, I was enjoying getting the gear and building sets. So I think I'm on my third set now. And so I've gone with a full lightning build. I've gone with a full rot build. Videos on my channel. And I just finished a tank set for roaming world vs world, you know, 1v1s in Curse Island. And I was having the time of my life. I was really enjoying the game again. I was really enjoying the game. Had me hook, line, and sinkered. Again, once again, it was like the love of the game's back. The servers are flooded with players. You see them everywhere. And, you know, I don't understand where this is coming from. Like I say, though, AGS have been the worst representatives of a game I've ever seen in my entire life. All they really needed to do was add a new weapon every 3 to 6 months and a new map every PvP and PvE, so raid or dungeon every, you know, 6 months to a year, even earlier than that. I mean, they just needed more funding, right? Which brings me to my next point. Having having you know, all this mistrust. I would say it's misguided trust in the company. I, for one, don't trust them. I didn't trust them going back into Nighthaven. You know, I got children who I thought about buying the game for, and I ended up deciding against it because I didn't have the trust there. I saw all these awesome new skins in there, the battle pass and all these things, and I didn't want to put my money into it. I did not trust them. And I'm so thankful that I did not. Even though it might have been, you know, people not dipping into their pockets might be the downfall of the game. Obviously, they want more money. They're getting it by screwing over, you know, thousands of people, but, you know, who cares about that? Anyway, aside the point. They're not trustworthy. They didn't take the game in a good direction. They didn't listen to their community and the people who played it most. And the thing that really, really ticks me off about this type of thing is you've always got the PvP players and the PvE players, and they're at war with each other. Like, it's supposed to be a PvE, PvP experience, and New World was supposed to be more PvP focused. You know, you got these people arguing and bickering about this constantly, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying. If you don't like PvP, man, I don't know what to tell you. Like, maybe the game's not for you. You'd like, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could solely PvE or whatever the hell, but I don't know where the enjoyment is in that. PvP is exciting. You're versing another human mind, not a robot. And, your wit against theirs, your skill against theirs, and I don't think there's a higher, you know, feeling of elevation that you can feel. Like, the dopamine in a good PvP fight can far exceed, you know, defeating a raid. You know, sequential markers in like a, you know, an AI scenario, you know, a PvE scenario just doesn't excite me. Whereas PvP, there's always something odd. What's this person running? What build? That's a weird build. I've never seen it. What the hell hit me? You know what I mean? Like, that did so much damage. What are they doing to me? And there's this huge opportunity to learn and explore the reasons why. And you just don't have that in PvE. And I hope that these PvEers expand their minds and understand the appeal of PvP, because most of them just think it's toxic ego. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of ego in there, and sometimes it's toxic, but who cares? That's people. People are toxic. People are egotistical. They're, you know, all different kinds, right? I don't know. It kind of feels, it's sad. It's a sad day, man. I hope that someone with better leadership takes up the game. I still think it has potential. I still think it has the best PvP of any MMO out there. And yeah, I guess that's all we can hope for. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, bring on whatever's new on the horizon. Don't know what else to say. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed New World for the ride that it gave us. I did. And that's going to be it. Hope you guys have a good day / night, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.